This time I'm going to be finding out if newer bicycle decks are any better than older ones. Let's do this. Okay, so both of these decks have just been opened like a few seconds ago, and the idea is this is a 2010 edition deck and this is a 2016 edition deck, and we're going to see if they have improved at all throughout the years. Okay, so first of all we're going to look at the designs. Obviously we can see right away that the designs have fixed a little bit. I mean, the barcode, instead of being here, which was a little bit ugly, has went on the bottom instead. And I think it looks a little bit nicer. It's a little bit more frosted than the old one if you look really closely. So as you can see, if you look really closely, you actually can notice this one's a little bit more frosted than this one. It looks a little bit nicer. Okay, so back to the back, so you can notice that this one, the words are a little bit thicker than this one. I mean, there's a little bit of difference in the box. I mean, the box looks different, and now let's get into the actual cards. Okay, so the ad cards look exactly the same, and most of the cards look exactly the same as the other cards, except for one card. There's one card that looks different. Okay, so if we look at the jokers, then one of them actually has this guarantee joker, and it tells you about if a defect is found, then you can return the ace of spades and the defected card to bicycle company to, you know, get a refund for it, basically. And the other one doesn't have that, so that's basically the only difference in the cards looking different. Okay, so now for the main part of this, which is the feel. The thing is, with the 2010 edition cards, I believe they are thicker. So this is a 2010 edition deck, and I believe that they are thicker than the 2016 edition deck. Now, I believe that the finish is supposed to be different too. I find that the finish is pretty similar. Well, actually, I think the 2016 edition, most people say the 2016 edition has a worser finish, and by comparing them right now, I could feel this one's a little bit more clumpy just by spreading them out, but it's not too much of a difference, and this one's a little bit less, so the 2010 edition deck actually has a better feel than the 2016 edition deck, but just a little bit. So the 2010 edition deck, even though it's older, is actually better than the 2016 edition deck so far. Okay, so these decks so far have been very, very similar, so what I'm going to do is I am going to blindfold myself and I'm going to mix these around to see if I can tell the difference in which one's newer and which one's older. Okay, so now I have no clue what order they are in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find out which one is which. I am not looking at the cards. In fact, I actually have blindfolded myself for a second, so I'm going to look at this one first. I believe I'm holding the back of it, so there's the back of it, and I'm going to see if I can tell the difference. So, right off the bat, it feels like the finish of the 2010 edition. Because, like, you know, that's basically all I could really tell of a difference, because, like, when you spread them out, they feel a little bit less, like, it's not clumping up as much as the 2016 edition. It feels like the 2010 edition. So I'm gonna feel the other deck, and I'm gonna see if I could compare. Oh, wait, this one feels nice, too. I'm actually having quite, oh, this feels thicker, wait a minute. No, wait. I'm actually not sure. I mean, they feel very, very similar. This one feels a little bit thick. Wait, yeah, this one definitely feels a little thicker, I think. Let me just try this once again. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely thinner, so I feel that this is definitely the 2016 edition deck. No backsies, so I'm gonna go right to it. I think this is the 2016 edition deck, and this is the 2010 edition deck. Yep, and I was right. This is the 2016 edition deck, and this is the 2010 edition deck. So there is some differences in the cards, but there's not very much. I mean, the 2016 edition deck looks a little bit better than the 2010 edition deck, but barely. I mean, the Joker's the only thing that really looks different, and the box looks different. And the 2010 edition deck, definitely, I think the cards are just a tiny, tiny bit thicker. I don't know for sure, but I believe so, because this just feels thinner. And yeah, the finish is different, there's different clumping things, all that stuff. So I think if you were to pick between the two, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they're so similar that it doesn't really make a difference, but if you want, you could probably go for whatever one you want. It doesn't really matter. So technically, yeah, that's my comparison between the two different decks. Like, well, there's the same deck but different years, so pretty much there hasn't been much that has changed, but it has changed a little bit throughout the years, so yeah, that's about it. Well, that's pretty much it. If you like this content, make sure to subscribe down below to be notified of future uploads. I do lots of magic tutorials and lots of these kind of videos as well, so that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. For now, I'll see you next time.